To be nominated by scientists and other stakeholders when you are not there, for them to discuss your name, to discuss other names and say we will select Sefas as it is really a big honor. I felt very humbled. I still remember when I was given a chance to speak, I think I spoke for too long than I should have done because I was so happy, I was so excited, and I still feel happy. I still keep the prize that the OFAB gave me. It's still in my office. Everyone who steps into the office can see it. But I owe it to the people who brought me to that level. Now you ask how did I use it for? It was just a continuation of the journey. The way what they told me, how they selected, they were looking at your contributions to society. So what I continued doing, because I don't want to say that I started anything new. What I continued doing from that day I was nominated was to make sure that my research at Bunda College is focused. I call it research an army. So I brought young people around me who had the energy, who could really pick ideas very fast to continue with research. That's why today as we speak, we are doing research on maize, a very key crop in Malawi. This crop, because it's very important in Malawi, it involves a lot of visits to the actual site, a lot of report writing to make sure that we comply with the regulations. I would not do that alone. I needed the young people and I needed a strong team. So I built a strong team and continued with the research. And also because of the position which the achievement of being a biotech champion, I now was given more chances to go out of the university and talk to other stakeholders who are very important in biotechnology. I have talked to women caucus in parliament. I have talked to legal practitioners. I've been training media specialists on how they can engage policymakers and even society. So I've done a lot of trainings with the communities around and the society to make sure that we are giving timely information and correct information about biotechnology, especially as a way of taking us to the vision that Malawi has, Vision 2063. GMOs, I have to say today that they remain a controversial subject, especially in Malawi and even neighboring countries. I've traveled to Zambia, Zimbabwe. It still remains controversial. The main issue is that the amount of information and the content in terms of biotechnology. There has been a lot of negative information through types of media, social media, going to the public, going to even policymakers. When you look at real research, you find that there is nothing that qualifies all these sentiments. Surprisingly, people keep saying these things. It's also even more surprising that when I'm teaching at the university, after exposing young people to a full semester of 4 months, telling them how you can identify a GMO, how GMOs are made, even at the end of the semester, you find that they still hold on to that feeling that GMOs have these challenges. Scientists should not just stay in the lab. Scientists should not just stay at the research station or in their university. They should go out and talk to communities, talk to the public, society, even talking to policymakers who hold the key to these decisions. What should we talk about? We should talk about facts. We should talk about the truth about GMOs. What problems have GMOs solved in the past? What potential do they hold to solving problems? And these problems we talk about should not be problems that are somewhere outside. They should be real problems that are here. Another way, apart from engaging with each other, is to build our own capacity. Trust is sometimes built based on who is doing the science. So, like for the case of Malawi, the GMO crops we have done have always come into the country as seed. So we are starting the research at an advanced level. Let me take this opportunity to mention that the maize that we are experimenting on, we allowed people to come to the farm last year, to come to our experimental site at Bunda, without telling you this is our GMO maize that we are asking to collect data and and allow Malawians to grow in future, you could see there was a big difference with your eyes without being told. You could see that the GMO maize that we are looking at to collect data for the country was clean. The insect would start eating it and fall away. While the other maize, which was not GMO, it doesn't have the gene, the maize that most farmers are already growing and they are having problems with, was hit by the insect. So you can see that our research, if we bring the GMO technology, what we are calling BT maize, if it is passes through, because we are following the regulations of the country, we are doing research following the standards. If it passes that level and it is given to farmers, will cover the gap that has been caused by this insect in the field. The 60% loss from this insect. It's everywhere in the southern region. There was Cyclone Freddy last year, and the farmers suffered from floods. The government advised farmers to grow crop in winter season last year. The farmers listened. They planted the maize after the rains in their lower levels where there's some water. The 4 armyworm came again in those fields. We call them dumbles. The 4 armyworm came again and hit the crop in the field. So we have had problems of food access or maize production, especially in the last 2 years.